parts of Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is a word processing software used to create, edit, and format text documents. It offers tools for writing, styling, and organizing content, making it ideal for tasks like reports, letters, and resumes.
Let's get started. I will begin this first segment by showing you the layout in Microsoft Word and explaining how it works. Then we'll look at how to create and save new Word documents. So when you're using Microsoft Word, if you're not already familiar with Microsoft Excel or PowerPoint, you may find the layout to be a little bit strange and different from what you're used to in other programs. You'll notice up here in the upper left, we have some tabs. We have the Home tab, the Insert tab, we have the References tab, and more. And whenever you click on a tab, what you see here changes. This part of the Microsoft Word layout is called the ribbon. And whenever you click on a tab, the ribbon changes to match the tab that you've selected. So the terminology we use when describing the Excel layout is we click on, let's say, the Design tab, and we get the Design ribbon. When you click on the Insert tab, you see the Insert ribbon. Now the ribbons are divided up in groups. So we have the Tables group, we have the Illustrations group, we have the Media group, etc. Now on some of the ribbons, the groups that are set up, for example the Font group here on the Home ribbon, are so packed with options and features that Microsoft could not fit all of those options and features visibly in the group on the ribbon. And in those cases, you'll see this little button here. So you see one here, you see one here, here, and in other places as well. I like to call these buttons launch buttons. The official name of these buttons is Dialog Launcher, but in my videos I'll just call them the launch buttons. When you click on a launch button, it opens up additional options and features that again couldn't fit in the space provided on the ribbon. So here we have all sorts of font options, we have advanced font options, text effects, and more. I'll cancel out of that. In addition to tabs, ribbons, groups, and launch buttons, you also need to be aware of some other layout features in Microsoft Word. Here in the upper left, we have something called the Quick Access Toolbar, and this is customizable. If you click this button here, you can customize what appears in the Quick Access Toolbar. We have the Title bar. This is where the title of this document is displayed. And then over here in the upper right corner, we have the Close button. When you're done working in Word, or at least in this current document, you can click that Close button and the document will close. Here at the right, we have a vertical scroll bar that you can click and drag to scroll down the page. You can also use the button here to go down and the button here to go up. If you decide to zoom in on your Word document, you may also get a horizontal scroll bar down here. Speaking of zoom, down here in the lower right corner, we have a zoom slider. You can just click here on this bar, slide to the right. There you get the horizontal scroll bar. So I've zoomed in by dragging this to the right. You can zoom out by dragging it to the left. I'll just put it back at 100% for now. Next to the zoom slider, we have a few different views that we can use. This, by default, should be selected. It's the print view. So this will give you a pretty good sense of what your document will look like once printed. To the right of that, we have the web layout view. So this is if you plan to publish this to the web. This view may be relevant. To the left of the print view, we have the read mode. So this mode is particularly good if you just want to sit down and read a Word document. That may be the best view in that case. Next to that, we have a focus mode. Focus mode will try to block out any distractions so that you can focus on the text. If you want to get out of the focus mode, just tap Escape on the keyboard and it should take you back to print layout view. One other layout feature in Microsoft Word that I want to point out is rulers. Directly above my document, I have a horizontal ruler across the top. This helps me to understand, in terms of inches or centimeters, how physically wide the document will be when printed. And I have a vertical ruler as well. These rulers are also useful in other ways, and you can learn more about those in my other videos. We also have a search bar here at the top, and I can click in that search bar and do a search for Microsoft Word features, options, and also for help topics. So that can be very useful. So those are the most important and most common layout features in Microsoft Word. Let's now look at how to create a new blank document in Word. When you first open Microsoft Word, it takes you to this welcome screen where you can create a new blank document just by double-clicking here on this option. Notice that there are also some templates that you could choose from, and you can also click here to get more templates, including searching for online templates. But in this video, I'm going to focus on creating new documents and editing existing documents. So I'll just double-click here on blank document, and I get a brand new, completely blank Word document. Now, as you might have guessed, this white space in the center of the screen, that represents the document or the paper that will be printed or sent to someone when you're done creating your document. And you'll notice that I have a flashing cursor here in the upper left corner. If I want to start typing and adding text to my document, I can just use the keyboard to type in my first words. And wherever that flashing cursor is, that's where the text will be entered. Now, what if I wanted to add text down below? Microsoft Word isn't set up really for you to just click exactly where you want text to be entered. It's meant to be used as a word processor, as a way to create documents full of sentences and paragraphs. If you need to move down the page a ways, you can tap Enter on the keyboard and then resume your typing. Having said that, it is possible to add text just about anywhere you want in your document, even though that's not the default. The way you would do that is by moving your mouse to the place where you want to add text and then simply double-click. After double-clicking, you'll get a flashing cursor in the exact spot where you double-clicked, and you can start typing from there. When you need to delete text, simply notice where your flashing cursor is and then use the backspace key and/or the delete key to erase the text. You can also click and drag to select text that you want to delete and then tap delete or backspace. Next, let's look at how to save your document. And once you've added really any significant amount of information into your document, you really should start the process of saving regularly. There are two basic kinds of saves that you'll do when using Microsoft Word. And to look at those, let's click on the File tab in the upper left. You can see that there's just a simple save, and there's also a save as. Now, the first time that you click save, it actually switches to save as. Because my document has no name up to this point, it's just been given this generic document 3, Word is forcing me to save it as a specific file name and also in a specific place. So I need to think about, where do I want to save this document? Somewhere on this computer, or do I want to save it online? In this case, I'll click on Browse, and I'll simply save this to my documents, and I'll give it the file name Hello There. I click Save, and I've successfully saved this document. From now on, if I want to do a simple save, I can just click on File, Save, and it will update my saved document. I can also do a quick save by clicking this button here. If you don't see that, you may need to customize the quick access toolbar. But if I wanted to create a second version of this document or save it in addition to my original location in another location, I would need to go here to File and Save As. So that's what you need to know about the Microsoft Word layout and how to create and save Word documents. In this next segment, we'll look at how to open and edit existing Word documents. When I'm in Microsoft Word and I want to open an existing Word document, all I have to do is go here to File, and this will bring up a list of recent documents. I could double-click on any of these documents to open them up, and start editing them. In addition to these recent documents, I could also just click this open button in the upper left corner, and then I could select the location of the document that I want to open. I'm going to click Browse. It opens up this dialog box, and then I can go to Documents. That's where I keep many of my Word documents. And this is a file I would like to open, so I'll just double click on that, and it opens up. Now, as I read through this document and look for edits that I may want to make, how can I navigate through the document? I can use this scroll bar here at the right to browse up and down the document. I can also use the scroll wheel on my mouse to scroll down and also to scroll up. If I identify a change I would like to make, I can simply click and my flashing cursor appears in the place where I clicked. I can then use the backspace key or the delete key to remove characters. I can also click and type to add text. Another way to navigate within an existing Word document is to use the keyboard. I can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move down, to move to the right, left, and up. I can also use the page up and page down keys to quickly jump to the top of a document and to the bottom. Obviously, page up takes me up and page down takes me down.
Page design and layout.